Welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia with Shane Williams and Paul Mason, where they share the latest manufacturing and tech news and explore innovative solutions to help you improve your business.
I'm here with Avi from Insignia. Avi, welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia.
How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you.
Very good, thank you.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about this machine.
Yep, sure. Shane, there's a lot of marking coding that happens in the industry. It's pretty much inkjet based. Newer ways to do it is using laser technology. Rather than putting ink on a product, we actually etch ink off a product and create an indelible code. Now that's the important part. The code cannot be tampered with.
Yeah.
It can be checked with a camera system. The letter quality is really good and you can do it at high speeds. And like I said, it's a permanent code. We work with some of the leading brands around the world to create these kind of mark and code onto various kinds of packaging. We work with breweries, we work with confectionery manufacturers, we work with the pharmaceutical industry to do this kind of marking and coding.
And I noticed here there's a whole bunch of different surfaces you got going on. This looks like even the paper.
Absolutely. Paper packaging is high on the sustainability footprint that companies are interested in. With laser technology, you basically are taking a layer of ink off. You can pretty much take that ink off various layers of packaging and expose the base layer, which predominantly is white. So you get a nice white looking coat without putting ink on a subject.
I understand. And is there any sort of surface you can't use?
Look, there are different lasers for different surfaces. What we have here is CO2 technology, there's fiber technology and UV technology, more appropriate for different substrates. Like for example, this laser will not work on metal. For metal, I need fiber laser.
Yep.
It'll not be great on hard plastics. For hard plastics, I need UV laser. So different kinds of lasers for different metals and other substrates.
And could you use largely the same device with a different laser to achieve the outcomes on those other surfaces?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. Maybe you could show us how it works.
Absolutely. Give me a minute and I'll, maybe if you want to have a look at the little box. If you blink, you'll miss it. Okay, ready?
Did you blink?
So what I've done is an indelible code providing 1D, 2D or alphanumeric codes.
And I mean, I imagine manufacturers are going to want to be able to pump through a lot of these confectionery pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
What speed are we talking?
Look, based on the different production areas and what you want to do. But like for example, at a confectionery company, we printed up to 900 bars a minute.
Right.
So it can go really fast.
And that's with a single device?
With a single device.
Right, so if you're running multiple lines, you could have an infinite number of these things.
So each line, each packaging line has a unit installed on it, and it pretty much is programmed to print whatever is the production on a particular line.
Yeah. And how long's changeover time between if you want to change products?
It takes about 20 seconds. Message setup is quite simple. You've got a really nice GUI interface. You can pretty much have recipes in the interface. You bring up a recipe, make a change if you need to, say go, and you're ready to go.
And then I imagine the next step after this is obviously the vision systems to check that what you're putting on there is correct?
Absolutely.
Can you show us something that looks like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Follow me. So what we've got here is a very basic setup to demonstrate our R-Series capability. Mm-hmm. R-Series is the new Domino vision system range. It's pretty much checking for a variable code. A variable code can be alphanumeric, or in this case, it's actually a 2D code. Yep. So each of those boxes have got a 2D code on it. A 2D code that's being read along with the alphanumeric code to see the validity of it. The cameras can pretty much pick up a code at a standard speed, and that speed can be high speed or low speed depending on the device that you use. There are different cameras for different kinds of codes, different kinds of light conditions, different kinds of what is it that you're printing onto.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a whole range of options available using the R-Series.
And presumably if I was to stick my hand in front of the camera right now, this would start throwing errors on the read?
Absolutely. Do that. If you saw, some of the codes got read. So as soon as the camera is not able to read, it's going
yeah.
to throw up an error.
And then
Now
depending
that
what's
error,
blocked, yeah.
yeah. Now I can take that input from the error and I can give it to a reject station, which will ensure that the product didn't go out of the factory. So if there's a product that does not have the right code, it gets rejected and can be reworked back into the system.
Right. And what speed can we run this up to?
Look, we're, so depending on the code,
Yep.
depending on what you're scanning at, but you can go really high speed, up to 900 products a minute. So you can really do really fast stuff.
Absolutely.
Different kinds of products, different kinds of codes, different kinds of substrates as well.
Fantastic. Avi, it's been great having you on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for coming, Steve.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for tuning in to Manufacturing Tech Australia with Shane and Paul.